Oh, hey. So I'm Miro Kaz.
I'm the real Tom Rose.
And you're watching the NBA show Bonus Content.
Bonus content!
We've been talking today with Vanessa Green, who raised $1.8 million while in business school, the CEO of OnChip Power. Vanessa, help us dive in. You reached entrepreneurial nirvana. You got 2 term sheets at once competing over each other.
Yeah.
Walk us through the blow by blow. What do I do? What do I do? How do I make this happen?
I think for any entrepreneur, you go through your own process. For us, it was all about finding the customers, understanding our product, and once we had a tight pitch together, we started talking to people. So starting around September of last year.
And how'd you know you had a tight pitch?
Oh, we didn't. We evolved our tight pitch. So I think, there's a lot of talking to mentors here, pitching to other students, trying to understand kind of what questions are going to be asked. But actually, it wasn't until about a month into pitching that we really were able to dig in on kind of what the real concerns were for someone who was going to invest in this business and be prepared to answer those questions even before they were asked.
So that means for an entrepreneur, they've got to be swinging for the fences, and they don't even know if they're holding the bat correctly.
Yeah. I think it's a constant evolution. You improve your grip as you begin to bat.
I don't play sports. This doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know.
Say something about hockey.
Oh, that's fair enough. So how were you working on this pitch by giving it to VCs? Is that how you developed it?
Yeah, I think there's a piece of that. You know the basic things. You go through the 10 points in your pitch that you need to hit, and I think that was a good base for us. But then as we came to understand what really, so for us, it's questions around business model, margins, team, like you were raising. A lot of us still in school, less experience in the sector. So how are we going to address that? How can we fill those gaps? And once we started to be telling a story that address those specific questions, that's when we started to really get interest.
So walk us through the moment where you got that first term sheet laid down. What did you do? Who'd you call? What'd you say to finally get that first piece of paper on the table?
I think it's a matter, at least for us, it was a matter of getting momentum. There was a lot of people talking about the deal. We recently won a competition called the Clean Tech Open, and so there was a bit of buzz about the company.
So
and
you
I
have
think,
the momentum going, and then
I think we just got really fortunate that we were at a point where we were able to take advantage of that momentum. So things kind of came together.
So did you say now is the moment? I need something? Do you have someone close enough you could say that to?
Yeah, we kind of knew that for this business we needed more cash than a lot of other types of companies, and if we were going to take it to the next step, we needed to get some money in the company, and we needed to do that by the first of this year. And so we had a kind of internal deadline, and we were also fortunate enough that we had some kind of options in our back pocket. So some of the folks that ended up being in our deal, we were already speaking with them, and so we
you
were
able to push harder.
Yeah.
Because you knew that you had that alternate option.
Yeah, so I think, it's partly about the network, and I think another real challenge for entrepreneurs is keeping any sense of control of the process. A lot of the venture capitalists will kind of be talking to each other behind the scenes and forming their own opinions about your deal.
So is that good or bad?
For us, it's good in kind of building buzz, but I think it can also be a challenge because what you want as an entrepreneur is somewhat of a kind of competitive bidding situation where you have multiple parties interested in your deal, and if they're all kind of working together to try to get a single term sheet, they have complete control of the process.
I've heard that once you get that first term sheet to drop, then 8 more drop on top of it.
Well, I think that's what you want, but if if you have all the investors working together, that's unlikely to happen because they'll be kind of positioning, you take this one, I'll take that one. So I think keeping your own channels open and doing your best to manage the process from your perspective, I think is really important for entrepreneurs, but it's challenging.
Yep. So for someone trying to go in business school, if you had to give them what would be sort of your top learning if you had to do it different again?
If I had to do it different again, I think I would pick a smaller, I would phase it more, so pick a smaller group of investors to talk to first, wait, see how those were going, and then move to a different set of investors, because I think by getting pretty broad, which we did actually by accident, in our case, it was kind of introductions from one investor to another, and it spiraled much larger than we had planned within about 2 weeks of when we started fundraising, and I think that just not knowing to expect that made our process more challenging.
A good problem to have.
Well, Vanessa, thank you for coming on the show and for supporting all the entrepreneurs out there
You
trying to
are
raise money during school.
You are my hero
You're Miro's hero.
for pulling this one off. It's been truly amazing to watch. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us. I'm Miro Kaz.
I'm the real Tom Rose.
And I'm Vanessa Green.
You've been watching the NBA show.
Bonus content. Bonus content.